Todd, if you can just talk about what Rutgers defense did to take you guys out of rhythm offensively.
They do what they always do. They're a very aggressive, stunning front. They controlled the line of scrimmage, obviously. It set us back on our heels, I guess you would say. Got a little rhythm the second half, had some drives, but then on the top of the inability to control the line of scrimmage either in protection or in the run game, then the turnovers on top of that. So that it's tough without being in control up front, and then obviously with the turnovers, the first half you survive those turnovers. The second half you have one that is in our own backed up area. It's a screen, kind of hot off a guy's hands, and then we have one on the 2-yard line going in to score. So you kind of contribute points to both those things, that make it 6-6, and then take points off the board for us. And that's we recovered a little bit up front. Like I said, in the second half, we got some run game going to help out, the passing games. I thought the receivers competed pretty hard. I thought we had matchups out there that we could win, but just the inconsistency, in terms of controlling the line of scrimmage and obviously the turnovers were just death blows to us.
It was a step back for BJ after.
Well, I got to watch the tape. Obviously, it wasn't the night you wanted. There's no doubt. Some of it was, probably mistakes made by him. Some of it was compounded by what was going on around him. So, until I watch the tape, I won't make any comments. But obviously, it's not the productivity that he wanted or we wanted, and that's pretty obvious.
Todd, it seemed like the intermediate passing game, just kind of those middle of the field routes, just weren't there. Is this something their defense had taken away?
They're playing a lot of man-free, tight coverage, and they had a lot of pressure up the middle. They do a lot of pressures up the middle on those third downs, so it flushed the pocket a little bit. And so to stand in there and hit a crosser, we hit one little return route early first. I think our first third down conversion was something, kind of in the intermediate area there. But as they got the pocket collapsed and they twist with their blitzes a lot, that caused the pocket, like I said, to close down where the inside seams of the defense were hard for him to see probably.
Looked like he had a nice chance to hit Landy on that little slant. Is it just a luckless play?
I just talked to Evan. He said, "Yeah." I said, "Did you get hit?" He said, "Just kind of bobble it out." I mean, that's our first or second drive of the second half. The second drive of the second half, and so we get the rhythm and on the +2, and falling in maybe for a touchdown or on the +1, and unfortunately it was one of those nights. We didn't create our own luck. Obviously, we didn't play well to create our own luck, and you got to give Rutgers a lot of credit. It's a very good defense, but for breaks like that, you can't take points off the board.
Todd, for all the troubles, you had the ball with about 7 minutes left there with a chance to take the lead.
6-something, yeah.
Tied up. What was the attitude? What was the plan on that drive in terms of what you wanted to do?
We wanted to. We had not had a consistent run game, so we wanted to throw some control passing. We had some success with some of those passes the drive before, run some quarterback draw, some things like that in that series. It's when we had some I can't remember exactly, but some flush outs on that series, I believe, and just didn't have time to execute the play probably. And I got to refer back to my memory. It's not totally clear, but that's kind of how I remember.
Seeming the offensive line was having some protection issues. Anything you were seeing out there?
Well, it's just they do a lot of stunning, like I said. They do a lot of twisting with it, and a year ago we picked it up pretty good for the most part. This year I have to go back and watch. We had some one-on-one matchups. I think that we didn't win more so this year than last year, probably just off the top of my head. But I have to go back and watch it before I can. I don't want to speak out of turn.
Todd, some of those interceptions were bobbled, were deflections. Mm-hmm. How much of this do you put on BJ and his play?
Well, I think there's one or two things that I want to make sure we correct. But like the one to Landy, I thought was a catchable ball. The one was kind of hot to meet on the screen pass. It was just a simple screen, and it kind of was hot. It was a little behind him. I meant to put that one on him, just off the top of my head. But no turnover is a good turnover. Shoot, it doesn't matter who it's on us. And we got to take ownership of it, and we got to go back to work. And that's the nature of this game. A week ago, you're feeling good about yourself, and now we're not. And we got to go back to work. We got to work hard, and we'll get it corrected.